Hey my friends, it's Monica with eXp Realty. Today we're diving into some big changes happening in the real estate world, specifically regarding buyer agent compensation. So grab your favorite drink and let's chat about what's going on. You know, it used to be typical for sellers to foot the bill for the buyer's agent's commission, but times, they're changing. Now, thanks to some regulations shaking things up, the responsibility for compensating the agent representing you, the buyer, falls squarely on your shoulders. Now, before you start panicking or letting those sensationalized media headlines get to you, take a deep breath. Seriously, just breathe. As someone who's been in the real estate game since 2012, let me assure you, change is nothing new. And while it might seem daunting at first, trust me, we'll navigate it through together. So what's all the fuss about? Well, the National Association of Realtors recently reached an agreement after years of back and forth. And with that agreement comes some clarifications for both sellers and buyers. But first things first, let's ignore the fear-mongering tactics of the media and focus on the facts. That's what you're here for, right? Good choice. All right, so here's the lowdown on the changes coming our way. First up, NAR won't allow offers of compensation to buyer agents to be placed on the MLS anymore. The new regulation doesn't say the seller can't pay the buyer agent commission. It can be negotiated on your behalf. Some sellers will still choose to pay the buyer agent and some won't. You can choose to write an offer on that home that doesn't pay the buyer agent, or choose not to offer on a home that won't pay the buyer agent. All commissions or compensation are always negotiable between all parties, and it has always been that way. There's no traditional or customary or standard commission amount. But fear not, sellers still can offer concessions to sweeten the deal for you. Like covering closing costs, it's just the commission that's getting a makeover. Now on to change number 2. NAR is now requiring written representation agreements, aka buyer broker agreements, or BBAs for short, for MLS participants working with buyers. Think of it as getting some ground rules and expectations up front. And this is nothing new for savvy agents like myself. I've always made it a point to discuss these agreements during our initial chats because transparency is key, my friend. So how does this all affect you, the buyer? Well, in the past, sellers typically footed the bill for the buyer's agent commission, but with the new rules, that could potentially shift to you. But hold on, before you start stressing about emptying your pockets, let's talk options. Sure, compensation negotiations might seem like uncharted territory, but trust me, we've got this. Whether it's negotiating with the seller to cover some or all of the commission, or finding a home where the seller's already on board, there are ways to make it work for you. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Having someone in your corner fighting for your best interests can make all the difference in this crazy world of real estate. Sure, you could go it alone, but why? When you have someone with market know-how, negotiation skills, and a knack for navigating the complexities of home buying, why take the risk? So what exactly do I bring to the table? Well, it all starts with a good old chat. You'll make an appointment with me called a buyer consultation, where we'll hash out your must-haves, your nice-to-haves, and everything in between. We'll discuss the current market trends and go over disclosures. Then if needed, I'll hook you up with a rockstar lender to get your finances in order. From there, it's all about finding your dream home and making sure you get the best deal possible. But my job doesn't stop once you've found the one. Oh no, I'm here to guide you through the entire process, from making offers to negotiating terms to ensuring a smooth closing. I'll research different homes to find you a match, guide you to a detailed information on the property. Once you find a home you like, I'll research current market trends further. Speak with the selling agent about sellers' priorities and their hot buttons. Ask about seller paying buyer agent compensation. All of this to help you write an offer that attracts the seller to choose you at a price you can afford with terms you want, or help you decide whether to submit an offer at all. I'll present your offer and begin the negotiation process. A great agent will be collaborative, negotiate with the experience to know how to compromise and create the deal you both, the seller and buyer, are happy with. I will negotiate these things like rent backs, potential maintenance issues, repairs, closing costs, and buyer compensation. I will negotiate the right price, terms, negotiate credits, additional terms on your behalf that the seller will pay instead of you. The seller agent wants to protect the seller and get the most money and best terms. As a buyer agent, my job is to do the same for you. My goal is to negotiate all of this and make sure you've got the best possible price and terms. It's like a loving fight between the selling agent and the buyer agent. Once your offer is accepted, I manage all the parties and processes to unearth any issues and finalize the deal. I will order the home inspection, pull in roof if necessary, and point out any issues that arise from it. I'll coordinate the appraisals and discuss the results with you. I'll order and review the title report and point out any red flags. Keep on top of the lender and hold you accountable to provide whatever documentation is necessary. I'll review seller disclosures and point out any potential problems and negotiate a resolution to those terms. I'll deal with title and escrow, connect you to a home warranty provider, and help you choose the best options for your situation. I manage all these people and processes to keep your escrow on track and communicate regularly so you can know exactly what is going on. My job is to make sure you're protected from any legal liability and help you keep your initial earnest money deposit safe and ensure that the home closes. I spend hundreds of hours, much of it behind the scenes, working on your behalf, and only win and succeed when you have the keys to your dream home. I don't get paid until you're happily settled into your new abode, so you better believe I got your back every step of the way. Again, per the buyer-broker agreement, you, the buyer, are contractually responsible to pay the compensation, though I will negotiate and try to get the seller to pay some or all of it. I'll do this and so much more. So there you have it. Change is inevitable, but with the right agent by your side, you can navigate through it all with ease. Ready to take the plunge into home ownership? Let's chat.